All right, we are back with Oshkosh Live, presented by Redbird Flight. I would just like to take one moment to apologize. I just went on a 10-minute profanity-laced tirade about the temperature of my latte, and they cut the feed. I'm better now, and I'd like to apologize for everybody for the dead air. But in any case, small technical difficulty, but it will not dampen our spirits here at Oshkosh Live. I'm with Kayla McLeod, editor of Plane and Pilot, and she's here to bring on our next esteemed guest straight out of Fort Worth, Texas. Kayla, good to see you. Who do we have to your right here?
Yes, so good to be here again. Sean, thank you so much, and glad y'all did not see that tirade, by the way.
Yeah.
Zach, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks,
straight out of Texas, pecan plantation. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Zach.
So I work for Patent Properties. We're a third-generation land developer, and we've partnered with the Anthony family, who has owned pecan plantation since the 1940s. It operated as the largest pecan orchard in the country, and we now have 2 airstrips, 2 golf courses, restaurants, pools, access to lakes and rivers, and it's, in my opinion, the coolest air park in the nation.
That's incredible. Well,
Yeah.
I have a real soft spot for air parks. Growing up with so many in my backyard down in Georgia. Now let's get to the nitty-gritty of these air parks.
Sure.
The runways. Tell us about those runways.
Yeah, so the original runway, OTX-1, was built in the 90s. Due to the demand and popularity, they put in a new airstrip about 10 years ago called the Landings. The identifier is 66 Tango Echo. A little over 3,000 feet, paved, lit runway, fuel stations on site, concrete taxiways directly to each lot. You can buy the land now as we're putting the roads and utilities in, and you can build whenever you're ready. So it's a unique opportunity to kind of get in on the ground level. This will be our final kind of phase of development here. But we're super excited. We're going to be releasing some new lots next month, and the demand's been outpacing what everybody thought it would, so we're excited.
That's incredible. So Fort Worth area, where exactly? It's a pretty large,
Sure.
the Metro Dallas area. Yep. Let's get specific on
We're
that.
just outside the Bravo airspace, about 35 miles southwest of downtown Fort Worth. So we've got a lot of American Airlines pilots, Southwest, Delta, and all of them that'll make the drive up into DFW and DAL. We're in Granbury, right on the south end of the lake. We're surrounded by the Brazos River, so we're outside the city, but close enough to, still go up for dinner and get all your, big shopping and whatever medical needs you might need up in big cities. So,
Yeah. Zach, I'd read that Granbury was named by USA Today one of America's best historic small towns. Give us a sense of the vibe of the area.
Yeah, I like to call it like a Hallmark kind of hometown USA vibe.
Awesome.
They actually filmed a Hallmark movie there last winter. There's always lights and trees up on every corner. There's really great restaurants. They do drone shows, fireworks shows, and then our property, our community is the largest in the area. Granbury itself is probably 20, 30,000 person city, and our community has over 7,000 residents currently. So we are Granbury. We're right on the south end of the lake, and it's just a really picturesque, hometown kind of feel.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Now, let's break down the hangar situation. Another, you're a pilot. Everyone wants to know what size of hangars. Are they right on the runway? What
Sure.
are the options there?
So for us, it's homes and hangars. You can build livable space out of your hangar for guest quarters, but you need to build at least a 2,000 square foot minimum home and then a minimum 40 by 40 hangar. So all the lots, the rear property line is a 20-foot wide concrete taxiway with a 50-foot wide easement. So whether you want to be right on the runway or way off the runway, you have your access. So it's like being, direct waterfront or having a canal access point. So most of the professional pilots don't want to be right on the runway, kind of be off, have a 5-minute taxi, then you're clear to go. But you can build whenever you're ready with any builder, as long as it's a 2,000 square foot minimum. But yeah, it's a pretty cool opportunity.
Zach, have you been a part of a project of this size and scale, or I know you were talking about coming up in real estate, but have you worked on anything? This seems so unique. Have you worked on
Nothing like this. Normally, the stuff we've done is lakefront, oceanside, mountainside, but nothing that has everything. That's the real unique part of this. There's over 700 air parks in the nation. There is no air park besides ours that has lake access, river access, medical and emergency services, 4 different restaurants. We've got
restaurants.
4 restaurants on the property.
Oh my goodness!
Everybody rides around golf carts. We've got an equestrian center, an archery range, campgrounds, hotel rooms, you name it. Pretty much everything is there. Even a grocery store, gas station, bank, pharmacy.
On the air park.
about a half mile from the strip itself.
Oh,
So people
okay.
will hop in their golf cart, go get
Fantastic.
groceries, their pharmacy, whatever they need, right in the middle of the community. So
You know,
You
I
can't
jumped.
beat that.
Sorry, Kale. I jumped in and looked at your frequently asked questions on your website, and one of them was, "Can you have farm animals?" And I believe the answer was no. Correct?
it's yes and no. So we have a section we have 3 sections: the orchards, the landings, and the ranches. The landings is the air park. The orchards are smaller, half-acre lots, and then the ranches is where you can have some horses. Those are 3 to 7 acre lots, but the landings is kind of where you want to be for the air park access.
Gotcha.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So, Zach, you are a pilot as well. I think that's super important to mention.
Sure.
So, you know, as you're designing this and looking at this air park, is this a place that you envision yourself living?
I hope. I mean, if I can keep selling these lots, that's the plan to hopefully one day. I mean, just from an investment standpoint and the fact that you don't have to build, and we're going to be sold out of these lots probably in the next 6 to 8 months. We're selling 5 to 10 a month. We've sold over
Wow.
200 in the last 3 years. So the demand's there, and the ability to build whenever you're ready. I'm 30 years old. I don't know if I'm ready to build a custom home with a hangar right now, but I could maybe get the land now, build equity. The price of land typically goes up over time, so you can secure the land now as the roads and utilities are going in, and then whenever you're ready, you can build or just come out on the weekends, use the lake, the pools. Golfing comes included. So it's all there ready for you to use. So
Now, is the community gated?
it is. We have
Okay.
2 gated entrances. The HOA is $255 a month. That includes free golf, roadway, runway maintenance, trash pickup. There's no additional greens fees or country club fees. Everything comes included. So for basically $7, $8 a day, it's an incredible value.
You know, Zach, I see down by your chair you brought
Sure.
some blueprints. I think it's maybe about time you break those
Yeah.
out. Show us give us some detail of Pecan Plantation.
So Pecan Plantation is a peninsula that's surrounded by the Brazos River. Right here is the Lake Granbury Dam. It's about a 12-mile lake, good for really any size boat, fishing, tubing, skiing, anything like that. And then we have 15 miles of river frontage that goes all around the property. We have riverfront parks, places to launch kayaks, canoes, fish, walk your dog. And then we have our airstrips kind of in the middle here. The one in the middle of the community is the newer one, the landings, and the original one is here kind of to the southwest. So basically what we did about 2 years ago, we expanded on the east side of the landings air park. We put in 3 new taxiways, Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie. Alpha and the Bravo are sold out, and we're going to be releasing the Charlie taxiway about a month from today. Last week of August, we're going to be doing our final phase of lot releases, anywhere from 1 to 2.5 acres. All the roads, utilities, taxiways are in, underground water, sewer, electric, and internet. We've got preferred builders in the area, or you can use any builder you'd like and build whenever you're ready. In the middle of the community here, we've got our grocery store, gas station, bank, pharmacy, clubhouse here with hotel rooms, fine dining, a restaurant right on the water of Lake Granbury, a marina, boat slips. Pretty much checks all the boxes.
Zach, what is the best thing to eat at Pecan Plantation? You mentioned you got 4 restaurants. What for you?
That's a good question. I'd have to say the barbecue. So we've got a place on the water called The Pit. Chef Jordan makes some phenomenal smoked brisket.
Oh, man.
And you can sit right on the water, look at the boats coming and going, have a nice beer, and it's kind of right on I would say close to final for OTX1. So you can kind of see some planes coming and going and see the water and have some good brisket. So, yep.
Very cool. Zach, how's the response been? Do you anything else you want to show? I don't want to.
No, this is fine.
Okay.
The response has been tremendous. We've sold over 200 air park lots in less than 3 years.
Wow.
We've got about 35 left that we're going to be releasing next month. The demand has far outpaced everybody's expectations. And what we're offering, too, and I'd like to share with the guests, is if you give us a call and schedule a time to come out, you can fly right into our runway. We'll put you up at our hotel rooms at the clubhouse, treat you to dinner at the clubhouse with Chef Jordan, and get you guys a golf cart, and you can kind of spend the evening, spend a weekend, really get a feel for what it's like, feel your plane up right at the landings, tie it down, and get a real feel firsthand for what it's like.
So where are the best places for interested parties to track you down?
Our website, you can visit us at visitpecan.com. Taxiwayland.com will take you to our landing specific page. And then our number's on there. Feel free to call us. We're there 7 days a week. We do property showings by appointment only. I'd say give us a few hours, and we'll be able to accommodate.
For a show this big, it's interesting that your property seems really, really one of a kind. We're not hearing a lot about anything similar to that. So it must be nice to be for such a wide scope of coverage of the aviation universe that you kind of occupy a very special place in it. And that's clearly the response is showing
It really
that.
makes my job easy. It's, it is a sales position, but I don't feel like I'm selling. I'm kind of educating people. And for most people, it checks all the boxes. The kids want to be there. The pilots, everybody wants to be there. So it's just a matter of time and making it happen.
So, Zach, obviously here at Oshkosh, so many different things to see, 10,000 plus aircraft, I think it's like 1,600 acres all in the footprint here. Anything particular you want to see or if you can make time? Or
the Wednesday night show is obviously like the peak, so just the fireworks, the drones, all the jets flying. So we're going to, hang tight Wednesday evening and enjoy that. That's kind of what we all look forward to.
Without a doubt.
So what do you think, Kayla? Are you ready to make a down payment?
Oh, my goodness. Texas is a little too hot for me. There's a little too many scorpions for me. But, maybe without the scorpions, maybe we could do a deal.
Okay.
A hangar,
we'll get you
good
pest control.
brisket, beers by the waterfront.
Maybe the winter residents.
Yeah, 50, 60 degrees in the winter, so it's pretty much year-round flying.
Can't beat that.
Yep.
My goodness.
Yep.
Very good.
Well, thank you so much, Zach.
Thanks for having me.
Again, visit pecan.com, correct? Check it out. Very unique, one-of-a-kind property. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Here on Oshkosh Live, powered by Redbird Flight. And speaking of our esteemed sponsor and our esteemed partner, to my left, the CEO, Charlie Gregoire, is in the house again. Thank you, sir, for being back with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right. It was good hanging with you at the flying party last night.
Yeah, it's always a great time.
Man, that was a great turnout.
Fantastic venue.
Great food.
So before we jump into this very exciting announcement that you're going to be sharing, I believe today is the release day of this big announcement we're talking about. The buzz in the booth has been electric for the past couple of days. How do you feel about how the show's going so far?
Oh man, it's awesome. Right off the bat, we opened the doors of the tent, the flaps of the tent, and it was just like a flood of people. Man, it's been absolutely fantastic. It gets better year over year.
So you're here to share exciting new news related to Avidyne, so I want to turn the floor over to you. Tell us a little bit about the big news we got coming out here on Oshkosh Live.
Yeah, today we announced a co-development engineering partnership that we've been working on for the past year plus with Avidyne. So now in the booth here in the device back here, you can fly our sim with our interchangeable panels that includes actual Garmin hardware and actual Garmin flight software embedded in it, and this is sort of a preview of what's to come. But we're really excited about this. This is the first time we've ever been able to integrate not only an avionics manufacturer's software, but their actual hardware and maintain full interchangeability. That is such a key component of what we do with our sims and our flight schools. Kind of neat out there. So. We're grateful to Avidyne for coming along with this partnership, and man, it has been such an awesome experience working with Dan and his team.
Awesome.
Talk about a time saver and a money saver as well. Being able to really get into the nitty gritty of those